Welcome to Beyond the Surface, the podcast that uncovers the hidden toxins in your body, mind, and environment so you can detox, heal, and thrive. I'm Shelby Frederick, also known as Lady Jules, and I will be your guide on this journey to a cleaner, healthier life. Every week, we dive deep into holistic wellness, exploring practical ways to remove toxins, reset your health, and reclaim your vitality. From everyday detox tips to deep dives into nutrition, emotional well being, and cutting edge health practices, this is your space to learn, grow, and transform. Are you ready to go beyond the surface? Let's get started. Hey, good day, good day, good day. I want to welcome you back to the Holistic Life podcast, where we are streaming to our outlets. We are excited to be on this special podcast series entitled Beyond the Surface: Detox, Heal, and Thrive. And on the second episode, we're going to talk today about the silent burden and how toxins sneak into your life, how they sneak into our life. And so, if you are ready, listen, this is very educational, informational, but it is also very practical. So, if you have a pen, a paper to take some notes, I believe that this is going to open up our eyes on today and to get us to understand the importance of not just building our immune system and building up our immunity, but detoxing as well, because they work hand in hand together. So let's go ahead and jump right into our topic today, because this affects us all, whether we realize it or not. Toxins, they are the invisible substances that sneak into our lives through the foods we eat, through the water we drink, through the air we breathe, and even the products that we use daily. And what is the problem? The problem is that many of the toxins are harming us quietly. They disrupt our hormones, they drain our energy, and they weaken our immune system. But I have good news for you. We're not powerless. We're not powerless. And so today we're going to uncover where these hidden toxins come from, how they affect our health, and most importantly, how to detox your life with simple science-backed strategies. So whether you are listening while you're driving, whether you are on your lunch break, you may be cooking, preparing to get lunch, winding down for the evening. Whenever you are listening to this, I want you to stick with me, because by the end of this episode, you'll have some practical steps to remove the hidden toxins and to start your journey towards a cleaner, healthier life. And so let's go ahead and get started with it today. So I first want to talk to us again about understanding toxins. If you were with us on last week, you can watch these replays either on Facebook in the Holistic Life podcast page, or on YouTube or any of the streaming outlets. If you look for Holistic Life Podcast, you will see us. So we began to talk a little bit last week about what are toxins. And a toxin is any substance that can harm the body. Some are natural, like mold. You may think heavy metals that are found in soil. But there are other toxins that are man-made. Those would be your pesticides, preservatives, and plastics that have become a part of our modern world. Now, our bodies are naturally designed to detox. That's how God created us. We have our liver, kidneys, our lymphatic system, our lungs, and even our skin. They work hard every day to filter out harmful substances. That's what their job is in the body. But here's the catch. Our bodies were not built to handle the massive amounts of toxins that we are exposed to every day. So I want you to think about it. Over the last century, industrialization has introduced thousands of chemicals into our food, our air, our personal care products, and the like. We are constantly absorbing toxins in ways we don't even realize. For example, did you know that the average person carries over 200 industrial chemicals in their bloodstream at any given time? Did you know that? This includes toxins from plastics, household cleaners, pesticides, and even artificial fragrances. Isn't that shocking? Excuse me. I know it's shocking to me as I began to do more study and do more research. And the effects of these are real. Many people are struggling and they are experiencing chronic fatigue, brain fog, mood swings, and unexplained weight gain, all without realizing that toxins could be a root cause. Now, I recently was in a session with someone who was struggling with brain fog and exhaustion for years. And she tried everything. Excuse me. She tried changing her diet. She tried exercising more. She tried taking more supplements. But it wasn't until she started reducing her exposure to household chemicals, filtering her water daily, that she finally regained her energy. That's the power from the power of detoxing from the hidden toxins. That's the power of it. I can even say it even personally for myself. There was a time where even today, I have to use all natural chemical or all natural products that don't have the chemicals. I can't use like the bleach. The bleach makes me cough. Even when it comes to like bathroom cleansing products, I was diagnosed with asthma. I never claim it, but I was diagnosed with asthma as an adult. And so anytime, I have to, do cleaning, like cleaning the bathroom, I have to make sure that the fans are on, that the room is ventilated. I have to wear a mask because it automatically every single time affects my breathing. I'm coughing. I am trying to, just trying to clear my throat. And so I personally know what it means to struggle with using household products that have all of the chemicals in them. And we'll talk more about that as we get deeper into this series that we're talking about. And so when we look at hidden toxins in our food and in our water, let's talk about it. What is hiding in the food that we eat every single day? One of the biggest sources of hidden toxins is in our diet, and it's pesticides and herbicides. So when you see organic or fruits, there's a reason why our labels have organic on them, because non-organic fruits and vegetables are often coated in chemicals like glyphosate. And this has been linked to hormone disruption and even cancer. We're talking about, this is why they tell you have to not just rinse, you should soak your vegetables, soak your fruit. There are special cleansers. You can use things over the counter. I believe that it is white vinegar. Again, we're going to go into more details, but our fruits and our vegetables are coated in chemicals, which has been linked to hormone disruption. And so it becomes very important when we think about processed foods that are packed with artificial additives, preservatives, food dyes. We know we hear so much about the red food dye. We've heard about that for years. I remember when my daughter was she may have been in the first grade, I believe. She was in the first grade, and she kept getting these sorry, daughter, I'm sharing a little bit of your story, but she kept getting these UTIs. And what began to happen is we found out that she was allergic to the red dye. And so from that moment on, I had to be very intentional about making sure that we would drink all natural. They would drink the all natural drinks. That she couldn't have anymore anything that had the red food dye in it, right? And so when we think about all of these things, they affect our nervous system and our gut health. We have MSG, we have high fructose, corn syrup, artificial sweeteners. These are just a few of the major culprits that are in the foods that we eat every single day. And it's in a lot of our processed foods. And then let us not forget about the heavy metals. Heavy metals such as mercury, arsenic, and lead are found in some seafood. I love seafood. Rice, even in our drinking water. And what happens is these metals, they build up in the body over time, and they contribute to neurological disorders and immune dysfunction. So now you may say, well, what can I do? Well, there's 3 things that I'm going to tell you that you can definitely start off in doing today. And the first is to prioritize organic when possible, especially for foods in the Dirty Dozens list. In the Dirty Dozens list. We'll talk more about the Dirty Dozen list. Yes, it costs more money, but is it more important that you are reducing the amount of chemicals that you are intaking, right? Because that's what we desire to do. The second thing that you can do is to avoid ultra processed foods with long ingredient lists full of chemicals. You see, this is something that we have to become intentional about. We have to become intentional about starting to read the labels of the foods that we are eating. And the third thing is to be mindful of heavy metal exposure from seafood and to opt for wild caught fish. So again, we have to become like inspectors. We have to become like inspectors when it comes to our health. And this takes work. This takes sacrifice. This takes consistency. It takes diligence. We don't want to always be on the other side of being diagnosed with some type of disease or dis-ease in our physical body because we're not willing to do the work for preventive maintenance. Preventive maintenance. Now, again, let's talk about water. Did you know that tap water often contains chemicals such as chlorine, fluoride, and even pharmaceutical residues? It does. I don't drink tap water, and neither do I cook with tap water. We have a filtered water that we drink from and that we cook with. I turn on my water faucet and I can smell the chemicals. That's how bad it is. Even when it comes to thinking about, it's the same water that we even bathe in. So there are some choices that we have to make if we want to be in health and be in better health. Now, what are some water detox tips? First one would be to invest in a high quality water filter. This would be something such as a reverse osmosis or an activated carbon. These are great options. You can Google those. We're going to be working on a list of products that you will be able to purchase and just to take a look at. But we have to begin to make an investment in this part of our health and our well-being. The second water detox tip would be to avoid plastic water bottles, which leach microplastics and endocrine disrupting chemicals into the water. So we want to avoid the plastic water bottles. You even want to make sure that even if you are using plastics, that they are BPA free. BPA free. Look for BPA free when it comes to that. Now, the third water detox tip is to drink detox supporting herbal teas, such as dandelion root, could be nettle, green tea, because this is going to help your liver to flush out the toxins. It helps your liver to flush out the toxins. Now, I want to talk about going beyond food and water and talking about the air that we breathe. The air that we breathe is another major source of the hidden toxins. When we think about indoor air pollution is often worse than outdoor air. Why is that? Because of mold, because of VOCs from the furniture and from our carpets, chemicals from air fresheners, candles, and household sprays. I try to use diffusers because for me, again, as one who was diagnosed with asthma as an adult, and just being intentional or being self-aware about how I was actually feeling when I come into certain environments, even when it comes to like perfumes and things like that. I just can't do it because it just sends me. It gets in all into my sinuses, and then I'm sitting up wondering, well, what in the world is happening? It's because I'm that sensitive to it. Again, the scented candles, they release volatile, what we call volatile organic compounds, VOCs, that irritate our lungs, and they contribute even to headaches and fatigue. So what are some simple ways to improve indoor air quality? One, use essential oil diffusers instead of chemical-based air fresheners. The second would be to keep our windows open for ventilation. Even stepping outside in the winter months for a short period of time is going to help. The third one, which I am starting to take a liking to, is houseplants. Adding houseplants like peace lilies, spider plants, aloe vera, which naturally filter the air. They naturally filter the air. So there are things that we can do in order to increase and improve our indoor air quality. Now, toxins don't just sit in the body. They interfere with our natural processes, and this is how. The first one is hormone disruption. Endocrine disruptors, they mimic or they block hormones affecting metabolism, reproduction, and mood regulation. BPA, I talked about that. Phthalates, pesticides, they are major offenders. Major offenders. Another offender would be neurological impact. Toxins such as the heavy metals, the artificial additives, they contribute to cognitive decline, ADHD symptoms, anxiety. There's also gut health damage. Gut health damage, this would be the chemicals that are in our processed foods. They weaken the gut lining, which leads to inflammation and autoimmune responses. And the last one is immune suppression. Immune suppression is when the body is overburdened by toxins. What it does, it diverts energy from the immune system, making you more susceptible to illnesses. So I want you to think about your own health. You could be giving your body all of the things that it needs, but if you have not detoxed, it's still going to make you more susceptible, because even when it comes to the immune suppression, It's diverting the energy from the immune system. And that is what makes you more susceptible to illness. So, what are some detox strategies? Number one is to hydrate consistently. Drink at least half your body weight in ounces or filtered water daily. And I know that a lot of people have struggles with drinking water, but there are ways that you can increase your water intake by infusing it with lemon or mint. There are ways in order for you to get your water intake up. The second is to eat detoxifying foods, cruciferous vegetables, such as your broccoli and your cabbage, your fiber-rich foods, and antioxidants help the liver to break down the toxins. Number three would be to engage in regular movement. Sweating through exercise or sauna therapy, it releases toxins via the skin. This is why working out and making sure that you're getting a good sweat in is so very important part of the detox strategy. Number four would be to support liver function. Supplements like milk thistle and turmeric, they enhance liver detoxification pathways. And then number five would be to reduce plastic exposure. You want to switch to glass or stainless steel for food and drink storage. Listen, making even small changes can help your body detox and heal. It can help you detox and heal. So, what questions do you have today? Is there something that I've shared that has said, you know what, I want to learn. I want to learn more. I want to learn more about how I can detox. Well, I'm telling you, I've got a couple of things that are going on that are coming forth in the month of March, which we are super, super, super excited about, because I'm not just here again to just give information. I'm really here to build a community of people that are serious about living life holistically, living life holistically. And so the first thing that I want to share with you today, as I share this screen, is that I am launching finally the Wellness Garden Apothecary. And what the Wellness Garden Apothecary is about, this is about helping us to break the barriers to wellness by offering the natural remedies that support our mental, emotional, spiritual, and our physical healing. And so the page that you are looking at today is the page for the wait list. It's the page for the wait list. And so if you would like to learn more about natural remedies and substances that you can do to support your physical health, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, then I want you to join the wait list. You will be able to get that link at shelbyfrederick.com. There is a link that's there where you can sign up for the wait list, and you will get all of the information as we are going to be rolling out our apothecary in the next couple of weeks. This is not something that I'm new to. If you follow me for any length of time, I've always talked about the essential oils. I've always provided a lot of resources of how we can support our physical bodies. But now we are taking it deeper. We are going to another level in providing even more resources and also products to help you to live well and to be well. If you go to the website at www.holisticlifepodcast.com, there is a free download that is available, and it is Beyond the Surface. It is a 7-day detox guide. It's a simple, effective reset for your body, mind, and your energy. And so you'll want to get that again. You will be able to see that. I believe it should be at shelbyfrederick.com, but you will definitely be able to find it at www.holisticlifepodcast.com. I will be sure to post these links in the replays so that you will be able to grab those. But go ahead and grab that detox guide, because it is going to begin to open up just thought processes about how you are stewarding your health. Again, we want to be on the side of preventive maintenance. We don't want to wait until we are sick or we are diagnosed with a disease, and then we have to do a lot of extra work in order to bring our bodies back into health and wholeness. So again, go ahead and grab that free download. And again, it's full of goodies that are there. And make sure that you are subscribing, being a subscriber, because every week I am putting out a newsletter that is having tips. Now, the last thing that we are going to do is that we are starting our community in the month of April. You're going to get this in the newsletter for next week. But we are launching a 21-day detox challenge. It's a 21-day detox challenge. We'll get more information rolled out on next week. So make sure that you are following me on all of the social media outlets, because I want to make sure that I am getting the information. I want to make sure that I am doing what God has called me to do in this mandate, in this area of holistic life, and what this means for us moving forward. The time that we are living in requires it. We can no longer just sit back and think that everything is okay, that there isn't anything that we are responsible for and that we are accountable for. We are stewards of our bodies, and we want to make sure that we get back to the original intent that God has for us when we talk about this area of our health in our wellness, our health in our wellness. So again, make sure that you are subscribing, make sure that you are following me, because this is where the information is going to be coming about the community and how we are moving forward, providing you with the necessary resources. That is all about getting you to the place of where you need to be, right? So just in my final thoughts on today, reducing your toxic load isn't about perfection. I think that in the next couple of weeks, we are going to. This is week number 7, I believe. I'm so proud of those who jumped into the 56-day sugar reset challenge with me. I'm here to tell you that we've got some testimonies that is going to come out of that group. We're going to come back and we're going to do a live so that they can share their experience. Listen, I provided the resources. I provided the support in this community. And so what we are building, this is what it's going to be. And so I'm going to let them share their own testimonies of what being in the 56-day sugar reset, how it has transformed their lives. They will be able to come back and to tell you. But again, we are going deeper, because it's more than just about removing the sugar. It's more than about just being self-aware. And they will share their own testimonies. But reducing your toxic load, it's never about perfection. It's about progress. So every change that you make, it adds up to a healthier lifestyle. But awareness is the first step. And now you have some practical tools that I've shared with you on today. And there's going to be more that is coming. So I encourage you, take action today. Choose one area, whether it's food, water, air, household products, and make a simple swap for a cleaner alternative. If you found this episode to be helpful, share it with a family member, share it with a friend who needs this information. And remember, you don't have to do this alone. I want you to join our detox community. That link is going to be dropping. This is where we're going to be supporting each other. I will be sharing resources. And those of you that are in the community, share your resources because we are here to learn together. And so there's going to be a link that will be dropped in the show notes in order to get started. Again, thank you so much for being here today. Keep taking steps towards your healthiest, most vibrant self. And until next time, detox, heal, and thrive. Blessings. That's it for today's episode of Beyond the Surface. I hope this conversation has inspired you to take the next step in your wellness journey. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Want to take your detox deeper? Download our free 7-day detox guide at www.holisticlifepodcast.com and join our community of wellness seekers. Connect with me on the social media outlets listed below and share your biggest takeaway with today's episode. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay mindful, stay healthy, and always go beyond the surface.